राम भाई लड़ेगा तो बांध कैसे बनेगा, श्री राम भाई लड़ेगा तो बांध कैसे बनेगा।
നർമ്മദ ബച്ചാവോ ആന്തോളൻ എന്ന പോരാട്ടത്തെ ലോകശ്രദ്ധയിലെത്തിച്ച സാമൂഹ്യ പ്രവർത്തക മേധ പട്കർ എന്നും ഇരകൾക്കൊപ്പം നിന്ന് പോരാടിയ മനുഷ്യസ്നേഹി. അതിജീവന പോരാട്ടത്തിന് കരുത്തു പകരാൻ ഭാഷയുടെ അതിർവരമ്പുകളില്ലാതെ മേധാദീദി മുല്ലപ്പെരിയാർ സമരപന്തലിൽ എത്തി. മുല്ലപ്പെരിയാറിനും ഇടുക്കിക്കും ഇടയിലുള്ള ലക്ഷങ്ങളുടെ വേദന ഈ മറുനാട്ടുകാരി തിരിച്ചറിയുന്നു. യാഥാർത്ഥ്യങ്ങൾ തിരിച്ചറിഞ്ഞ് തമിഴ്നാട് ചർച്ചയ്ക്ക് തയ്യാറാകണമെന്ന് ഇവർ ആവശ്യപ്പെടുന്നു. ഈ സാമൂഹ്യ പ്രവർത്തകയുടെ വാക്കുകൾ മുല്ലപ്പെരിയാർ പോരാട്ടത്തിന് കൂടുതൽ കരുത്ത് പകരും. മേധയിലൂടെ ഈ സമരത്തെ രാജ്യം തിരിച്ചറിയുമെന്ന് നമുക്ക് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കാം.
I bring to you the feelings and solidarity of the people's organizations in Tamil Nadu as well, who are a part of the National Alliance of People's Movements. They all feel one with all those who are raising the issue of safety and demanding safety and safety of life. And there is nothing wrong in that. Because the immediate stretch of 38 kilometers or so in the downstream of Mullaperiyar Dam, before even the Idukki Reservoir, the great reservoir storing 74,400 million cubics and so on, with such a huge head for the power generation, even between and before Idukki and the whole cascade of dams, the complex of dams there are not less than 40,000 to 45,000 families. So the first and the foremost concern is about the fear that they have in mind about the safety. Such fears I experience reflected into the struggle of the people in Tamil Nadu who are fighting the Kudankulam battle. So wherever the people feel their lives are at stake and are in danger, they have every right, and it's their duty rather, to raise the signal and give the warning. There is nothing wrong in that. When you feel that the life is under threat, that you raise the signal. This struggle is raising signal, and rightly so. And it's a duty of all the concerned governments, the state government to the central government. And when there is a single party at both the places today, while a very delicate balance in the Kerala Assembly, I know, how can it not be that the center takes an initiative and a proactive initiative, intervenes and brings all those who are the real stakeholders together to resolve the issue, so that there may also be a win-win situation. This is the first question that comes to mind of every single countryman in the south or in the north, west or east in India. And unfortunately, that has not happened. Over last 5 years, some efforts were made. I happened to speak to many of those who did some kind of take action, brought the people together, but the issue still remains unresolved. So is it due to the weakness of the center? Is it due to the limitations of our federal structure? Or is it due to the politics of one kind or another? Or is it because the dialogue amongst the people somewhere has not reached that maturity stage where both the people in the upstream and downstream can sit together and find the solution? These are such simple, non-violent ways for anyone who is not saying the state should wither away like the Maoists may do. who is not saying that we would raise weapons if our demands are not fulfilled. It is the satyagraha, it is the fast that not only the representatives of the villages, but the representatives in the assemblies and other state agencies have also taken too. I think this is the right way to raise issue, and this is the right time for the center and also the civil society, which is a word now being discussed. I do not much like that word. But still, all those Dalit Shramiks are a part of the civil society, let me tell you. But all of us who feel concerned, who are sensitive and concerned, must take up the step towards intervention and resolution. That's my earnest appeal, and that's my small commitment. I'm happy that the people of Kerala, even while facing the unsafe dam, are again and again reiterating the fact that we are not against giving the water share to Tamil Nadu. Our friends, our citizenry brothers and sisters in Tamil Nadu must note this, and so must the parties across the state borders. There is one proposal of building a new dam and a new agreement. Now, Tamil Nadu is fearing that the new agreement may lead to their giving away the water rights, which they enjoyed and are enjoying till date through that lease agreement of the old days, 1895 or so. They feel that then their irrigation and power generation would come to an end. Now, no development benefits can be against life and at the cost of life. This is our position. So one solution presented is a new dam and a new agreement. If there are questions and fears on the other side, sitting together can lead to resolution. It may not happen like a magic. It may not happen like a jadoo. But after all, even the apex court or any court or the judiciary also do not have a magical solution. They also create problems with judgments many times. If there is undue delay, it may be too late to give even the right kind of acceptable solution. This warning really tells us that the people in Tamil Nadu, the farmers' organizations and all those in the district of Theni to the Shiva Ganga of Chidambaramji, all those belonging to various political parties, and I was reading this and I was shocked. So much of advertisements which shows politicization of the issue. We are not against politicization of issues. The politics should be on the people's issues, on the people's problems, on the people's priorities. But that should lead to solution, not more problems. And hence, instead of this expensive advertisements, we would appeal to Jayalalitha and the DMK both. Leave aside the controversies you are and we are engaged in on this and that, corruption and other issues. Come down to a solution and enter into a dialogue, a peaceful, decisive dialogue. If you feel that that kind of dialogue is initiated by those who have not taken a biased position, who are for saving life, but who are also for saving the development benefits that you have been enjoying, then why not participate in a dialogue? When people's struggles raise such issues, we are told that you are undermining the role of the state. Now, if the central government is initiating and inviting for dialogue, and if any one of the states do not participate in dialogue, are they not undermining the state? So I again appeal with the folded hands to the people, parties and organizations, farmers and peasants on the Tamil Nadu side. where also we have our struggles, we have our solutions, constructive work organizations to farmers, Dalits, urban poor, environmentalists. So many of them are a part of our own alliance. I appeal to all of them, but particularly in the districts which they feel are going to be affected, if the irrigation is affected, if the water supply is affected, they feel any change in the Mulla Periyar Dam salient features would immediately affect them, should come forward and feel free to put forth their viewpoint. And here there is no time. Fortunately, the monsoon has passed. But the fear in the minds of the people, not just in these 45,000 families in the 38-kilometer stretch, but the 35 lakhs of people, even in the other districts, up to Ernakulam and others, I think needs to be taken cognizance of. And if not our brothers and sisters in Tamil Nadu, who else but the parts of the river valley can be more sensitive to this issue than others? It cannot be only the privilege and the prerogative, and need not be of the people of Kerala. The issue of safety is today here, yesterday it was the tsunami in Tamil Nadu, much more than in Kerala. So I think this value of life and value of nature comes to closer to our heart when we face it, not when others face it. And this is the time, therefore, that all the solutions must be put across the board, whether it is a new dam and a new agreement, or whether it is lowering of the water column as a short-term immediate measure, which is suggested by the cell on the Mulla Periyar, or any other solution that the people of Tamil Nadu or any agency may propose. But saying that this is safe and others feeling it is unsafe is not going to solve the problem. 5 years are over since the struggle is on, but today it is high time that initiatives are taken. To such an extent, decommissioning doesn't mean demolishing. Decommissioning is taking place even in the USA. When we say it about the Narmada dams, oh, you are anti-national. But they are all for USA. So I am giving USA's examples. So it is happening all over the world. The Tamil Nadu friends of ours should not be afraid if the decommissioning word is used. It only means regulating. Take it as that. And somewhere start regulating so that there is safety here and there are benefits there. So Mr. Premachandran was there, but the Tamil Nadu counterparts were not there. Unfortunately, this need not happen, because we cannot answer each other through advertisements. We have to answer each other through dialogue. And that cannot be through Facebooks. Those are faceless communication. Let us be face to face and resolve the issue. We as National Alliance of People's Movements feel that some of these steps which I just mentioned tangentially must be planned by a small group sitting together. And whatever decision you take here, towards this end, first step, a dialogue. Our interest is common, and that is to have a win-win solution. How would that happen is a concern, and I'm sure you know about the various alternatives. I've just referred to those, but if we sit with all those and sit with even in a round table small conference, 25 of this side, 25 of that side, and 25 other who are not on one of the two sides but on both sides. I suppose it will be a big step, and real power of the society, not just the state, but the society which all of us, including the elected representatives, are part of, that would emerge. Thank you very much.
नर्मदा के घाट पे हम लड़ाई